Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. I am the outcome of an affair. Advice. Hi, as the title states, I am the outcome of my mother cheating on my childhood father with my biological father. I grew up believing that my childhood dad was my biological father. I'm a middle child. Even though I don't look like my siblings or even my childhood father, and people would ask if I was adopted countless times, I never thought this would be what it was. I found out through 23andMe when I was 19, 2 years ago. I feel so betrayed by my mother. My childhood history is complex to begin with, and adding the fact that I am the outcome of such betrayal is hard to swallow. I grew up searching for people who looked like me, finding features of myself in every man I knew. I searched for a sense of belonging and a place in this world. I made jokes that my stepdad is my actual dad. He looked more like me than my childhood dad. After finding out my mother's betrayal, it seriously affected every piece of my life. Something in me snapped, and my mistrust of people grew while my sense of self and safety plummeted. I have not recovered yet and I don't think I will. How does one accept or forgive? She hurt my childhood dad so much, it breaks my heart. She broke my heart. She was who I was supposed to look up to, and she is something I despise and don't respect. A cheater. There's so much painful stuff out there about children of affairs/divorce. That I am more likely to cheat, to have unsuccessful marriages, etc. etc. It's so unbelievably painful that there's this stigma attached to my existence. My bio dad is a terrible person, with extremely hateful beliefs, and that is also hard to accept. I come from such a man. A man I have no respect for, a man with Nazi beliefs. He's literally a Nazi, incredibly racist and anti-Semitic. How could I have come from that? I was not raised to be hateful, and I resent my mother for choosing such a man and choosing to have me when she knew I was his. I look exactly like him. When I was younger I was proud of my dad, where I come from, and I was proud of my mother. Now, there's so much confusion and so much anger and sadness. I feel I might collapse with the weight of it. I have a hard time talking to my siblings. I feel left out and glaringly different. My mother won't let me tell my younger brother, my older sister, or my grandparents. She says they'll treat me differently. The only people who know are my mom, my childhood dad, my stepdad, and my bio dad. I am keeping this secret because I hate yet crave my mother's acceptance. And I need my siblings to love me. I love them and would feel much more alone without them. But I am alone. They don't know why I'm not invited to holidays anymore, and I'm taking the blame. I don't want to hurt my little brother's happiness and trust in the world by explaining her infidelity and why I'm not around. It would crush him like it crushed me. My mother always treated me differently than them, and after this came to light it made more sense. I reminded her of her lies and mistakes. It's hard not to internalize. I am a mistake. My birth should not have happened. How is anyone supposed to heal when my very existence is a constant walking reminder of her unfaithfulness? She was selfish, and I am terrified of my future husband hurting me the same way she did. I have been cheated on before, and that alone destroyed me. I don't trust people, I don't trust myself, and I prefer to keep everything bundled up and hidden. I don't believe I am worthy of monogamous love, or that I'm enough. I don't know how to heal from this. There's no resources for children who come from affairs except the statistics that we will cheat more likely. Which is just so dehumanizing to me. I know what my mother's betrayal did to my family and me. I could never do that to someone. I've been cheated on, and I felt what it does to people and families. My ex cheated on me in horrible different ways an uncountable amount of times. I can't research how to heal as a child of an affair without those statistics jumping out at me. It's triggering. It's like I'm branded by my mother's betrayal before I was even born. I refused to become my mother, but she raised me. I have her tendencies, and once upon a time I was proud. She She is smart and funny and can be caring, she's a hard worker and great problem solver. But she's also a cheater and made my life hell before it even began with her lies. How do I heal? How does anyone heal from this? I carry her betrayal on my shoulders every day, for the rest of my life. How do I lessen this burden? ETA, wow, thank you all. I fell asleep and came back to so much love and support, and I feel I can cry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to write back to all of you that took the time to comment or reach out, so please give me some time to form my thoughts into something less emotional. This is the first time I've ever really spoken about this, and I was terrified I'd be vilified or something like that, and I'm so full of love for this community, I feel I could burst. Thank you all so freaking much, I can't tell you how much it means. I'm sitting here crying my eyes out because I feel released and heard for the first time in a very long time. Thank you all for not undermining my feelings and experience, and meeting me with advice and support. I wish you all the peace you have given me today. My mother won't let me tell my younger brother, my older sister or my grandparents. She says they'll treat me differently. The only people who know are my mom, my childhood dad, my stepdad and my bio dad. She doesn't want you to tell anyone because it will expose what a piece of trash your mother is. She's not looking out for you, she's looking out for herself. This right here, tell them. Your brother literally wonders why you don't come to family events anymore. He deserves to know. Up is not invited, some mom she is. Came to say the same thing. They will not treat you differently. They will be treating her differently. Expose her. That could be it, and or she may be right too. That's a very difficult decision for Op to make. Sis, you are an innocent victim of the disgusting behavior of a shameless person whose name is a cheater. You suffer a lot from the fact that your mother once wanted to experience cheap thrills, and as a result seriously injured you. But at the same time, I think it gave you immunity against cheating. It's like a lifelong vaccination. You know now that cheating hurts everyone around you, distorts many lives, that it is a moral crime against human dignity. I want to warn you not to be fooled by some positive character traits of cheaters, such as those that your mother shows. In many ways, this is a beautiful shell, under which emptiness is hidden. All these character traits still bear the stamp of the distorted morality of the cheater. Perhaps this is an attempt to somehow compensate for the destruction inflicted on the souls of loved ones. But these attempts are fake, if you know what baseness this person is capable of. Yes, another wound was inflicted on you, your ex is a real scumbag, but you survived, you proved that you can resist betrayals and temptations, that you are a worthy woman. I believe that you can only heal in a new healthy relationship, with a person who really loves and respects you. You are unlucky that you have faced betrayal for the second time in your life, but you must be open to new opportunities. Not all people are like your mother or your ex, and this is proved by your life and the life of your childhood father. I have lived a long life and seen a lot of really good people. There are a huge majority of them in our world. I don't know much about you, but your pain and your ability to withstand adversity shocked me. To be honest, I envy the one who will be honored to become your husband. I wish you peace of mind and self-respect. Learn to find small joys in life, and then a great joy will surely come to you. Virtually hugging and praying for you. God help you. Thank you so much. You are so kind, thank you. Op, the first step to not being like your mother is to stop lying. First to yourself. If your childhood dad isn't a liar, speak to him privately about what you're going through. Lies are like cancer cells that grow into malignant tumors, but they don't stop at the host, they move on to every facet of your life and even into the lives of those you claim to love. Some even grow to engulf people you don't even know. You can take it one step further from not lying, and by being extremely accurate with your words, you'll begin to tell the truth. Op, with your dad's assistance you should get into therapy. You might be prone to poor decision making because of poor perception and a lack of awareness. This happens to all of us at varying degrees. My mom has done the same with my little brother, and I'll uproot that lie once I'm done dealing with the lies of my wife. My little brother has developed an abusive, borderline BPD with an extremely egoistic if not narcissistic personality by living the lie and the effects of the lie. Those around him suffer under his own incompetence. I literally had to stop talking to him for a few months. I won't completely abandon him, but can't let him know that because he will try to abuse that position. It will destroy him, but at least he has a slight chance to come back better than continuing what he is now. Lies are the seeds of murder and sexual abuse, especially the lies we tell ourselves. Don't allow them to grow any further. I don't think your circumstances mean you're more likely to cheat. You didn't know, I assume, when growing up, that your mother cheated. If that's accurate, I assume it's because those children witnessed cheating and it was normalized in the relationships they saw. Do you have a relationship with your childhood father? Personally, in your circumstances, I would tell the family I know. I also would seek counseling, as this has affected you in ways that I think you need therapy. I have a very strained relationship with my childhood father. He left my mom when I was 11, and I stopped talking to him till I was 18. My mom used me as a pawn to break his heart more, and I did break his heart. He took finding out about the affair well, as good as he could. He told me he still loves me, I'm his daughter. But I also hold so much guilt for choosing the wrong person to protect. We are slowly rebuilding our relationship, but I feel like I just remind him of pain and the life he could have lived. I've been on the hunt for a good therapist, but it's hard for me to trust people. It's different talking on the internet with people or strangers than it is with someone who knows me. I feel the need to hide it and forget it, but it always pops up. I'm learning to accept I need to trust people to be healthy, and I recognize therapy would be helpful. I'm just struggling with finding someone I can talk to. I appreciate your words, I really do. Thank you. You need therapy so that you can trust. So please focus on that. Your mother is protecting herself, not you. I think your childhood father probably loves you. A person doesn't need a biological tie to love someone. Invite your childhood dad to view this Reddit thread. Let him know you were young and manipulated. But you know the hurt now, and you are making all effort to restore that relationship you lost. You now need to start distancing yourself from the toxic person that is your mom. For your own sake. She can't be rewarded for what she has done. She now needs to suffer like your childhood dad has. This will restore balance. You need more positive influence from your childhood dad. Are you in the US? Go on Psychology Today and find a good therapist with the PhD in some type of research that has to do with issues you are dealing with. For example, I found a therapist that did his dissertation regarding trauma and addiction. I've been seeing this guy for less than a year and it's already changed my life. If you need help, let me know. I am a middle-aged mom type living on the West Coast, and I also work in healthcare, so I can help you navigate if you are wondering how to find someone with your insurance that specializes and can help you. You are free to PM me if you need any assistance. Your mom is an asshole. She wants you to stay quiet, not because your siblings will treat you differently, it's that they will come down on her. You are as much of a victim as the man that raised you, your real dad. Blood doesn't make a father, know that. I'm sorry that you're not going to get the answers from your mom, but I hope that your dad is still in your life and that you can talk to a therapist. Also figure out a good way to tell your siblings about what you found out, because withholding is just going to drive you mad. Good luck to you. Thank you. My dad is in my life, just much farther away. It's mostly my own fault for stopping talking to him after he left my mom. I didn't know why, just that he left, and I took it very personally. I took care of my mother when she was in the aftermath of their divorce, and she said things about him that just made me so upset at him. She destroyed my relationship with him, but after I turned 18 and he got therapy, we were able to talk about our relationship in a healing way. We are still healing, but it's hard now knowing what we know. He doesn't look at me differently, but it's hard to not feel insanely guilty for me choosing the wrong parent to support. I am reaching out to therapists. I'm tired of being guilty for things that happened when I was a child or before I was born. I wished it would all go away somehow, thinking I could just think my way out of it. I think I will tell my siblings, at least tell my older sister sooner rather than later, and then we can talk to my younger brother. I just don't want to hurt them or shatter their sense of safety in the world like it did me. Thank you again. I wish I could tell you how much it helps. So is the affair essentially the reason your childhood father left? I don't think so. My dad was shocked when he found out. We found out at the same time. He had gotten his mom and my sister and I 23 and kits so we could find out what part of Italy my grandmother's parents were from, as she was an orphan and he wanted to do something nice for her and us. From what I have learned about why they divorced, my dad said he wasn't happy and they fought all the time and he felt it would be better for us to see happy parents separate than angry and sad parents together. When we found out I wasn't related to him, we called each other and spoke about it and then met for dinner. But truly, I don't know. I feel it's possible he could have known before, or at least suspected it. She was always on business trips to my biological father's city up until my younger brother was born. I don't even remember them sleeping in the same bed. He slept on the couch ever since I was a young child. So, who knows for sure? Why are you now excluded from family functions? Is your mother telling you not to go? Why would she do this if no other family members know about your ancestry? I honestly don't know why she's been excluding me. I find out about family events through my stepdad's cell, my aunt, or my childhood father brings it up. I basically am not told about any family events until after they pass. I wish I knew why she doesn't invite me. I've tried asking her and I never really get a response. I feel extremely disposable. I've told her I want to tell my siblings and my grandparents at least and how keeping the secret makes me feel. She has threatened to do a handful of things to keep me in check, that she knows I need support in. Like insurance for example, especially now since I am physically disabled. I don't know why she won't invite me anymore. In my own opinion it feels like she's been isolating me because she doesn't want me to talk to my family anymore because she knows I know her secret. But I can only speak from my experience, so it may not be the truth and there may be more to the story. She just won't speak to me anymore so I can only offer my perspective. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.